The current global economy is a rapidly changing and dynamic system. As we emerge from the health situation, many investors and analysts are reallocating their assets and mending their investment strategies. After March 2020 lows, the stock market, in many ways completely detached from the economy, is roaring back with speculation and newfound investor interest fueling much of this mania. Week after week, major stock indices are reaching new all-time highs, leaving many analysts dumbfounded and concerned about an impending steep correction or even worse, a complete stock market crash. There are many warning signs pointing to this possible eventuality. Increased discretionary spending rates, stimulus flooding the open market, a rising 10-year treasury note, a lack of interest from the Fed to taper bond buying programs, and low interest rates are all indicating one thing: increased inflation. Now, moving throughout history, we see an interesting phenomenon emerge throughout periods of volatility and pullbacks, and that is the use of gold as a hedge during market instability. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about an up-and-coming gold exploration company that has massive upcoming plans, a solid portfolio, and promise to strike it huge. This one's going to be a fun one. Before we get to it today, make sure to always come to your own conclusions when allocating capital on the stock market. Do your due diligence in researching and formulating your own opinions. Disclaimer: this is a sponsored video. I am not a financial advisor, and this video should be used for entertainment purposes only. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right in. Okay, so the company of today's episode is called Star Peak Mining Limited, trading on the TSX Venture under ticker symbol STE and on the OTC or over the counter under ticker symbol STRPF. Now, they are a gold and mining exploration company based out of beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Now, I first want to break down who they are, their projects, and their pipeline, and then move into why I personally think gold will increase in valuation in the next few years. Right off the top, a major catalyst in my opinion for Star Peak Mining is their aggressive acquisition of property and claims. They have 3 major properties currently. They recently acquired New Metal property, which we'll dive into shortly, the Rousseau gold property, and the Turgeon Lake gold property. Let's first highlight the extremely promising and fully funded drilling program at the New Metal property. This is what I think to be the most significant purchase the company has made. Star Peak acquired the New Metal property located in the underexplored region of Quebec, Canada in June 2019, consisting of 53 mineral claims covering a vast 1,420 hectares of highly prospective ground. Now, what I really like here is the company is doing their due diligence and really allocating resources to the area prior to actual drilling. This is increasing their odds of striking. Now, Quebec as a gold producing area is often overshadowed by some bigger names in the gold sphere of Canada, but is rapidly becoming mainstream, and I do think this terrain has the ability to produce. The New Metal property is situated in the Abitibi Greenstone Belt of Quebec, directly adjacent to Amex Exploration. They just announced massive drill results of 32.2 grams per ton of gold over 5.90 meters. This is huge, so we do know the element is in close proximity. Oftentimes, a company's stock and valuation will rapidly escalate upon these news briefings indicating the results of geological mapping. And me being a commodity investor, I like to be in before these potential results to obtain the greatest ROI possible. There is also observed copper and zinc in the region, which are elements I often focus on as they are extremely valuable in the upcoming era of electrification. These are elements invaluable to the production of clean energy, electric vehicles, and batteries, and I do think will greatly rise in value over the next few decades. Star Peak is so bullish on this region that on June 1st, 2020, they expanded their position here, purchasing 11 claims covering 469 hectares, and even further expanded on August 10th, acquiring 100% interest in Globex Mining Enterprises, totaling to now 74 claims, resulting in 2,279 hectares on highly prospective ground. This is very promising and exciting. This is what I like to see in a junior mining company: aggressive expansion and acquisitions of neighboring projects. With this acquisition, the company also inherits the past-producing Noor metal mine, which generated around 10.1 million tons of 2.15% copper, 5.12% zinc, 45.25 grams per ton of silver, and 0.549 grams per ton of gold. Their other two properties, Rousseau and Turgeon Lake, also consist of 12 and 2 claims respectively. So the company really is increasing their odds of success here. The site itself also has great infrastructure with excellent road access, something I always look for. They have done their due diligence with an abundance of surveys and geological data with targets set in sight, a very skilled labor force, and have actually commenced drilling on their Nu Metal property on January 21st of this year. They released very promising news on July 8th that they are increasing their drilling program from 20,000 to 40,000 meters on their Nu Metal project. This because of their significant results in their drill holes targeting trends at depth. This is very exciting news, and I truly cannot wait to see what this program does for the company and its stock price. Now let's move into analytics, statistics, balance sheet, and charting. The first factor I always scrutinize is a company's short-term cash positions. This is the lifeblood of any corporation, and I do like what I'm seeing. StarPeak recently announced closing of additional flow-through private placement, resulting in more than $2.3 million in gross proceeds. This brought the company's total cash position to excess of $7.5 million as of July 22nd, so really padded out here for the short term. Their stock is currently sitting at $2.45 USD per share, resulting in a market capitalization just south of $100 million at 96.65, making them a small cap company. They are up a massive 55.13% in just the past 6 months, 70% year to date, and a massive 97.66% in the past year alone. This is greatly outpacing the overall stock market. Their management team and insiders hold a whopping 40% of shares as of the beginning of the year. This is indicating to me a team that truly believes in the future success of the company, something I always look for. They have an extremely knowledgeable and experienced management team with Jonathan Moore, the company's CEO and director, at the helm. He has more than 20 years experience in capital markets focused on natural resource industries. Cyrus Driver is the company's CFO and director, a chartered accountant with ample experience. Ron Bourgeois and Regan Glazier are directors, both with vast experience in the mining and resource sector as well. Everything looking great and clean here. The company has a fantastic current ratio of 8.76, indicating far more assets relative to liabilities. They have 39.25 million shares outstanding, so when good news is announced, shares will typically surge. However, the same can be noted of the opposite. It should also be noted that they have not generated revenue as of yet, which is typical of junior miners. However, this should be taken into account. Now, together with the potential of extracting actual material and pushing the stock valuation up, we have also seen many junior miners escalate in valuation and benefit on the promise of gold as an inflation hedge alongside the recent market uncertainty. Gold has historically been an area investors and analysts have held their equity as a safe haven during uncertain times. In our current time with a roaring, nearly out of control stock market, somewhat disconnected from the actual economy, uncertain is an understatement. We have already witnessed the escalating price of gold as investors flock towards it, driven partially from fear of what's to come and signs pointing to impending inflation, and I think this could play perfectly into junior mining's valuations. This is why I am so bullish on the commodity and junior miners specifically. I really do like the prospects of this company moving forward. I think together with the wealth of experience of their management team, their already proven mineral claims, their fully funded projects, and the potential of Quebec, this company could really surge in valuation. I will be tracking their progress as we move through different project timelines, so make sure you subscribe. Anyways, everyone, I will see you all in the next video. Remember to always do your own due diligence, come to your own conclusions. This is your duty as a smart and calculated investor. Anyways, folks, take care, happy trading, cheers.